Testing, breaker, breaker.
Hey.
Bam, 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 bam. You know what I was thinking about right before we were getting on?
Huh.
You can tell how many weeks have passed between videos based off of how long my hair is.
That is true.
And the sad thing is that we shot a video last week and my hair's already grown out.
But see, that's my bad thing. Get healthy hair.
I know, I know. It's crazy. Like I joke around and I was just like, like I thought like once I got into my 40s, like my hair would start thinning or something. No, it's just getting like longer. Like my forehead is now like a two head, three head. It's just like my eyebrows are going up and my hairline's going down.
Oh, poor Manny. His hair is just so nice and luscious and long, and he's got long eyelashes. It sucks to be you.
Hard life. I gotta get like extenders for my glasses because my eyelashes are so long because they hit the glass.
They poke him.
Like how like this piece right here where it clicks to be bigger. I have it on my glasses.
Just go click. Oh my gosh.
I
Speaking
like
of
your
hair,
shirt.
though, thank you. Um, Speaking of hair, I found a gray hair yesterday. My
Did you
first gray hair.
really?
Yeah, my first one.
All downhill from there.
I know, but it's fine.
I know,
It's
it's
fine.
so funny too. I was like, how did I go from raising two daughters and not having any gray hair? Then I became a manager, and now I'm like 50.
Stress, man. Stress.
Like, um, well, last week we talked a lot about Marvel and DC.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't really talk very much about working out,
No.
and I couldn't remember. Was that the first video that we shot after me coming back from Washington?
Yes.
Okay. So I can't remember. Being gone for like 9 days was like it definitely it disrupted my rhythm. Like before I had 9 days off, like I was getting up every morning at 5 o'clock, 5:30, drinking my pre-workout, going to the gym, getting all my meals in, and then it's like I come back and I don't know if it was just like the stress of like driving for so long and then like my eating habits being totally off, not consuming enough water. But it was a struggle to get back in the gym last week. Like I only made it 2 days.
I feel like that happens though. You go on vacation and it's always just trying to get
Yeah,
back in the routine of things. 'Cause it's like you almost
yeah,
get into a new routine when you're on vacation, or it's just you do whatever you want.
yeah. And I was just like, damn, I was
I
like,
think that's why
my legs were
people
so sore.
still go to the gym when they're on vacation. Like I'll see people post like they'll go to the hotel
Yeah,
gym or do something or get up early and walk, and I've always just been like I'm not gonna go to the gym, like But I'm like that makes sense because then it
yeah,
keeps them in the
definitely.
routine, even if they're not doing anything hard or crazy, or if they're just walking or something. It just keeps that routine.
Yeah. I mean, I did plenty of walking, but I was just like, this is weird. So, but
Yeah.
I'm back. So
I'm
good.
back, baby.
And even before, like my routine was going great. Everything was going so good. I was like,
Just means you can get back into it though.
just yeah, 100%, 100%, 100%. But I also didn't beat myself up though. I was just like, you know what? You didn't go today. You got to go to work. It's fine. And I'm also
Yeah.
just trying not to go after work either. And just because I try to do it, just could not have a good workout. It's just like, nah, you're too tired. Like you're
Mm-hmm.
too sluggish.
It's so much harder to get into the gym after work because it's like you just want to go home and relax. So it's like just might as well get up early, get it over with, and go to work and then
I
come
even
home
like
relax.
yeah, one like I'm not even like relaxing. Like I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, you gotta go home, you gotta, feed the cats, change the cat litter, do your laundry, do this,
Yeah, I
prep
feel
the
that.
food, cook some, cook your meals, wash your dishes. So it's like I'm like calculating my time and I'm like, okay, if I get off at 7 o'clock at night, go home. I drink a little bit of
Same
like
shit.
aminos to get some energy. That means I'm not gonna be out of the gym until like 8:30, which means I'm not gonna eat until like 10:30, 11, which means I'm gonna stay up. So it's just like, like
Nope, I do that
no,
same shit where you try to calculate in your head and be like, all right. Because, like, my days, I'm the same way.
yeah,
Like, I don't know when I'm going to get off. Some days it's on time, sometimes it's
yeah.
later.
Well, that's like even like yesterday. So like right now I'm working on budgets, and since I have three restaurants, I have to do three budgets.
Yeah, gross. So many numbers.
That's so yes. And it was just like I got to work at like 7 in the morning. I didn't leave until like almost 6 at night. And then I was like sitting there and I was like, no, you can go to the gym and make it. And then I was like, okay, you've only had one meal plus a protein bar. You're not gonna have a good workout. Be
No.
smart. Like it's better just to like go home, eat a couple of meals, get up the next morning and go to the gym. So it's like not pushing myself the way that I used to and being stubborn and being like, oh, I have to go, I have to go, I have to
Yeah.
do it. Like I'm cheating myself.
Well, like I've said
I'd
before,
rather skip a day.
I've seen more progress in me just working out 3 days a week and pushing myself on my days off than going every single day. And like when you're younger, it's different, I guess, too. Or like when I was prepping for a show, it's different when I'd go 5 to 6 days a week and push myself. But that was for like a goal. But
Yeah,
just to like stay in the gym and get strength and stuff, it's like I've learned to prioritize my sleep more, walk more, and then just go on my days off because I'm gonna have more food, I'm gonna have more energy, and I've seen more growth and strength just from that.
100%. And then like really just listening to my body now too. It's like, doing the push pull legs has made it, I don't know, like not as frustrating to go in the gym and be like, oh, okay, you slept wrong, or like, your shoulder hurts from typing for 5 hours yesterday. Um, being able to do like a different workout, a different routine every single day.
Yeah, change things up.
Yeah, having great workouts, like catching a pump and like feeling good and just like the only mistake that I made was so I bought like all my protein powder, my pre-workout. I bought some creatine. Well, when I was buying the creatine, I got creatinine because I really like creatinine. It's a buffer creatine. There's no loading phase. I used to take it back in the day, and I really liked it. I got great results from it. So I was like, oh, when I was on Amazon, it's like creatinine Pro. I was like, okay, cool. And I didn't even stop and read the ingredients. So I buy the creatinine Pro. I get it home, and keep in mind the gorilla mode is 400 milligrams
Holy
per
moly.
full serving of caffeine. So I took like a scoop and a half because I was like, okay, that's about 300 megs of caffeine, give or take, because each scoop's 200. So I shake it up real quick. I'm like, all right, good. And then like I'm not even thinking about it, and I just like take my multivitamin, start drinking my pre-workout, then I take the two pro correct lines, and I finish the rest of my pre-workout, and I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I just feel nauseous, and my head is spinning, like I get like the zoomies
Oof.
from the caffeine,
Ooh, I
and
hate
I'm
that.
like, oh God. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, my mouth's watering profusely. Like, I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna throw up. And then I'm like, you dummy. Like, there's B vitamins inside of your multivitamins. You just took all this
Oh,
caffeine. And then I look on the
yep.
back of the bottle of creatinine and it's like 150 milligrams of natural caffeine. I was like, I'm
So
about
you're
to give
basically
myself a heart attack.
overdosing on caffeine.
I was like, oh my God. Once I got past that sickness feeling and I actually ate some food, I had a great workout, but I was like, never again. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's the
you
worst
dummy.
feeling. Mm-mm.
So I had to break it up. So getting up in the morning and drinking my pre-workout like a cup of coffee, I wait until probably 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I take my multivitamin and then I take my creatine. But it's kind of nice though because it's like I'm kind of crashing around that time anyways, so it gives me like a little boost to get me through the rest of my day. and not
Yeah.
come home and feel so like tired and sluggish. But I was just like, ah, man, I was like, you have to read the back of the bottle, read the ingredients before you buy something.
Yeah, see, I take my creatine in my coffee every morning because it's just unflavored powder, and I just don't ever forget it that way.
Definitely can't do it. I even bought some creatine gummies just to try those out. And it's like once you get past that initial flavor, you're chewing creatine. And I was just like, I can taste the monohydrate
No.
creatine. And just like I
See,
was
that's
like,
why I like it in my
no.
coffee. I don't even know it's there. Can't
But it
taste
wa-
it.
it was only like $20. So I was like, I'll just try these real quick.
Yeah.
Um, but I haven't taken creatine for so long, and I can't remember if we talked about it last time. But I definitely feel a lot better taking it.
Yeah, I've been taking mine consistently for sure for a year, probably a little bit longer, honestly, every day. And I've seen better results in the gym, just having more strength. And it's just like good for you in general, like for your brain and stuff like that. It's really good for females. And I feel like it just, people are so scared of it. I'm like, it's actually
Yes,
super good for
yes,
you.
definitely,
Like, I
definitely.
will always take creatine
Um,
now.
100%. This is off topic, but Randall bought a race car.
Yeah. Yeah. It's his dream car. He's always wanted one. And he's been in such a weird slump probably for the past like 10 months because he quit drinking and his hormones have been all over the place. He
Good.
kind of went through
Yeah,
like a little depression kind of, and I think it's just his body trying to like, phase everything out. And so he just was bummed because it's like he wasn't drinking anymore. He's just coming to work or going to work, coming home, doing all the animals, and like at this time he had to leave on Sunday, so it's like we got no time together, and he was just going through some stuff. And so then
yeah.
he's found the car, and he's like, "It's my dream car. It's only this much. Um, it's a Cadillac CTSV, CT. I don't know. I don't know. Our buddy
It's
in
sick.
California
It's
had it.
dope.
Yeah, he loves it. I don't give a shit, but it makes him happy. And ever since he got that car, he's like a brand new person. Because kept telling him, I'm like, you need something to do on the side that's fun. Because all you do is work and you do these things. You're not drinking anymore. You got to find like your passions again. So he's going to the
Yeah,
gym, like at his hotel and stuff, which they're limited. But I'm like, you can make it work. So he's going to the gym. He's working on this car, and he makes it a goal on the weekends. Like you need to get all your stuff done in the beginning of the day. Then you can play with the car, and then we can hang out. So I'm like, it
yeah.
makes you happy. Whatever.
That's good. That's good. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I know.
Yeah.
It's funny that you say that though, because it's just like, you know, um, even though like mental health and like mental awareness is like so big now, you don't find it, and it's not as common in older people like us. Like,
Yeah.
this younger generation is very like, I don't want to say that they use it as an excuse a lot of the
Sometimes.
times. But sometimes yes they do, and they are more self-aware. And I think like even like for myself, like the more I internalize my own like thoughts and like stop and like analyze myself to make myself better, I do realize that, like, just like you said, like you can get in a slump. a
Mm-hmm.
hundred percent like
You kind
when
of
your
lose
life
yourself.
becomes, yes, and when your life becomes mundane, and your life becomes very routine and boring, you start to like question yourself, like, sitting there and like thinking to myself, like, uh, man, like I was like having a conversation with somebody like a couple months ago, and I was like, am I going through a midlife crisis? Like, all of a sudden, I'm like, and I was telling this person, and they were like, no, they were like, you're not going through a midlife crisis, like you're just stuck in this routine. And that's where like I really like made the cautious decision to like switch everything up in my life, and just like go to the gym differently, start eating differently. Like I've been eating so good that I'm starting to see results, and it's like I kick myself in the ass because like I think about it all the time, like where would I be at like if I stayed on program and I never got off
Mm-hmm.
program? Where would I be at like And then I also have to tell myself too, though, like, no, you were enjoying phases of your life doing the scenes that you were doing. So don't beat yourself up on it. Just start to stay consistent so that once you go into 2016 or 2016, 2026, it all ended in 2016. Um, you'll be that much more ahead. But it is good to have projects and it is good to
Yeah.
have like things because yeah, I mean like I totally get it. Like my life is so structured now that like I have no time for chaos. And I think that's where like I was struggling because it's like you cut out all of the people that you find that are drama and you cut out all of the people that like you're essentially wasting your time and effort into, or even just entertaining their drama by listening to it. You don't realize how much
Hmm.
it drains you. And once I did that, and then like I got on my routine, and like I'm gonna go to bed by this time, I'm gonna get up by this time. Like everything started falling in place. I started becoming more self-aware of the amount of time that I was wasting.
Well, and I think too, I think it's
So
different for men. I mean, obviously, I don't know 100% because I'm not a man. But I think for you guys, just watching Brandel's journey about it and even like you going through that, like, I just feel like you guys, men are just, it's different for you guys just because it's like you are supposed to be providers and you're supposed to work and you're supposed to, do all these things for other people and all that. And so you guys get caught
yeah,
up in that, even though like it's just kind of just you now. Like I know your kids are older and stuff, but you're still providing for them and you're still in that routine. And so it's like I think men kind of
yeah.
forget to do things. Um
Are you there?
Sorry. Yeah, yeah, sorry. I got a heads up saying the recording stopped, but I didn't. I'll cut that out.
No, it's because yeah, somebody was trying to call me.
Oh, okay. Well, it's recording now again. Um
Yeah,
I forgot what I was saying, but yeah.
about providing
Oh yeah, I just feel
and
like
being
with
a
men, it's
man.
just easier for you guys to forget to like do things for yourself. Because like even when I was explaining
Yeah,
for him with me, I said I kind of went through that moving out here, just job wise too, because I always saw myself as a barber, and then when I didn't get a barbering job, I kind of went through a slump. But then I was like, you know what? Like I will figure out what I'm gonna do. But in the meantime, I'm gonna find myself again. And like I think when I hit like 30, I was like, I don't know, I'm just gonna go all in and just have fun with stuff that I have fun with. Like even this podcast, like yeah, we not a lot of people watch it. That's okay, but it makes me happy. Like and I enjoy doing it. And I enjoy talking to you, and nerding out, and
yeah,
it keeps me just not mundane routine. And
yeah. Well, and like the thing though too is like we would be doing this even if we weren't recording, and that's the difference.
exactly.
Like, and then like even like so now I have like this itch of like, do I even want to live here anymore?
Well, Ohio's pretty cool.
Like I know this is like everything that I'm passionate about and everything that I love to do, I can't do in California because
Isn't that weird?
there's nowhere to do it. It's so weird. It's so weird. Like,
Because you would
how are
think
we such a
California
big
would
state?
have, yeah, it has so much to offer, but when it comes to like the stuff that we like and stuff, it's all over here.
Literally, literally. It's like so I watched this podcast called Toy Habits where they report on like action figure news. And I've talked to Michael, one of the co-hosts, a little bit, like on Instagram. There were some figures that he was gonna sell that I kind of wanted, but then I was like, I'm not really collecting that at this time. Which I regret now because then I went back and was like, I gotta collect all these figures, and now I'm paying fucking skyrocket prices for them. But it's cool to watch them. And then I watch this other guy from Canada called Mega J Retro, who also reports on stuff. But he announced on their podcast last week that um, he's going to try to start a MOTU, which is Masters of the Universe, convention in California and kind of like going into all the details of it and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that's so, cool. But again, like they took PowerCon that was in LA. It was like it happened the week after uh, Comic Con in San Diego, and it was PowerCon in LA, and it was super popular and it was hella big. They moved it to Ohio, So now it's every
Really?
year in Ohio. Yeah,
Weird.
it's no longer in California. But you have to
Huh.
like start, you have to like sit there and like think about it. Like, yes, it's very convenient to have these things in LA because so many like voice actors and actual actors live in the LA area. But I mean, like, look at Katie Sackhoff, who plays Bo Katan. She lives in Oregon.
Yeah.
She doesn't even live in California. But like, you have to think
Well, and
about
she
it too,
came
like
out
from
here,
like,
so it's not like they really care that much, because she was at the last Comic Con,
no,
even though
no,
we didn't get to meet her, but that's okay.
yeah, yeah. But it's just like, you sit there and like, you see all these actors who live on the West Coast and they're all traveling to the Midwest to go to all these conventions. And it's just like all the airfare and the hotel and all this stuff. But it's just like California's just become such a shithole.
Yeah.
And it just like, and it's so expensive. It's just like, man, even collecting now, like I seriously am just like, so I've always wanted like this certain year Mustang. I've
What
always
year?
wanted it and I've always wanted it. And between an '05 and an '09.
Really?
Um, I love the body. Yeah, I love the body style because it has that old school kind of look to it, but it's modernized. And I've had a couple opportunities to buy it, but I've always been just like responsible as like a single father and just been like, I'm not going to buy the car that I want because I have to think practically, and the seats in the back aren't that
Yeah.
big, and I have two daughters that I have to cart around and take them to school and blah 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 blah. So I've always played the safe route and just had like the SUV or the standard car. Um, so I've been mulling it over for a long time. Like I've been thinking about it and been thinking about it, and I was just like, damn, I really want this car. So I've kind of been shopping around a little bit,
You
and then when I saw
should.
Randall buy his car, I was like, I need to do what I need to do, and that's the whole reason. Like I brought up Randall in the car because I was just like, okay, so currently right now I'm collecting Star Wars, Master of the Universe, GI Joe Classified, random shit sometimes, and Lego. Um, and I'm like thinking to myself, like I started calculating it all, and I'm just like, yeah, it's fun hunting, but it's so hard hunting in California because it's so random. Like I can't find stuff the way that you'd find it on the East Coast for some reason. I don't know what it is.
That is
I don't know
weird.
if it's just because, yeah, I don't know if it's because the sales aren't there. Like literally when stuff's a Walmart exclusive, I have to send the UPC to Danielle so then she can look it up in the system and order it to her store or see what
Oh,
store it's going to so I can end up getting it. You know what I mean? And that's like, it's still a little fun, but it's hunting for like action figures the way it was in the early 2000s is not the same.
yeah.
And so now I'm just thinking to myself, like, maybe I should stop collecting and just like buy the car that I want and make that my project of turning it into what I want and like adding the extra parts and customizing it to my fitting. Um
Yeah. And
and
honestly,
like
because since I've known you,
Zoe,
I mean, you've had workable cars. Like, they're not bad, but it's like,
yeah,
it is different.
yeah,
Like, because that was always me, because I always just had my little broken down Hondas and I loved them. And I was like, I'm never going to get a car. I don't want a payment. But after getting the Forerunner, I'm like, I will, like, I'm so happy I have it. It's like, the payments aren't, it's worth it
yeah,
to me. It does make a difference.
yeah. Well, and that was like the other thing that I was mulling over too. I was like, damn, dude, I was like, I put $25 worth of gas every 2 weeks, and my full coverage is only like $80 a month.
You always keep
Like,
that
do I
car, though.
really want to increase? Yeah, I know that's what I was thinking, and just make it like a little commuter. But I
Mm-hmm.
was just like, um, man, I was like, I think this is what I'm gonna do. So I've been shopping around a little bit. I got a little bit of change saved in the bank. So
Yeah.
I'm like, what should I
That's
get? What should I
exciting.
get?
That's what I told Manuel.
Yeah, but then
When
I
you
was like,
said Mustang, that's why I was surprised because like my dream car, but it's a '76 Mustang, and I mean a '67.
we'll see.
And I want it
Yeah,
so bad.
so they yes. So, but see, and that's the hard thing because it's just like I did. Like when I was younger, when I was a kid, yeah, it was always like a 67 to like 69 Mustang is what I always liked and what I always wanted. I love the body style and all that,
Hmm.
but it's just like to get one now, it's just like, am I really gonna drop like
Yeah.
$60,000, $45,000? Like, can't see myself doing that. Like, I couldn't justify spending $40,000 on a car and I rent a house. Like I could have put 40. If I have $40,000 cash, I'm gonna put it on a house as a down
Yeah,
payment. I'm not
true.
gonna put it towards a
I won't
car.
lie. Yeah.
So I'm
It's
just like, man. But then, yeah, it's just like everything is so everything is so much more accessible out there.
it is. It's
But
kind of
also,
crazy.
yeah, I was like, could you imagine like how souped up I could make a car if I just took all this action figure money and put it towards that?
Right? And like, you can always collect again. It's not like you just have to stop, you know?
Well, I noticed too that like I go into like phases. Like I collected really, really heavy like in the early 2000s, like after like Angelina was born and stuff like that. And when we thought Zoe was going to be a boy, did I ever tell you that story?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like doctors are like, congratulations, you're having a boy, blah blah blah. So I
It's
made it
like,
starts for the people that don't know. I made her room Star Wars themed, and I was gonna make it all about Star Wars. So
did you guys have a boy's name picked out?
yeah,
What's his
yeah,
name?
she was gonna be Giovanni,
Oh, okay.
so that she would have a full Italian name. Um,
Giovanni.
because I was supposed to originally be named Giovanni,
Oh, I
and
did
then
not see that.
yeah, so but then they ended up just going with my name. Um,
Which
so I
is
bought
actually
all this
my
stuff. So I
best
was
friend's middle
really,
name.
yeah. So it was very heavy. The correlation, how interconnected we are with so many similarities.
Right? Weird.
Um, so I quit collecting for a long time, and then like I started collecting a little bit more, and then I stopped, and then I'd randomly buy stuff, and then in like 2015 is when I started collecting really, really heavy, and I haven't stopped since then. But everything is just like, I don't know, like I really structured my collecting towards like I said it before, like Mandalorians and clones, and then I'll buy like the random one-offs, but I just don't feel like doing it anymore.
Yeah. It's always nice to take a break though, because I feel like even me collecting T-shirts and stuff, like I went through a phase where it's just like I wanted all the cool T-shirts and I got them all. Now I'm kind of like, you know. But I know I'm gonna go through a phase where I'm gonna want to collect more again, or mugs, like I posted on Instagram
Yeah, I
today.
know. And
Like I bought two
I
more
lo-
mugs
I
and I was like,
love
I freaking love it.
the ghost face one was awesome.
So cute. That's the one that caught my
Uh,
eye, and I was like, no. And I talked myself out of it first because the lady was in front of me. I said, you don't need this mug. Like, you don't need it. You came in for one thing, and that's it, and you found it. Do not get it.
yeah,
And then, like, 5 minutes went by, and I was like,
yeah,
might as well get both of these.
literally. I know. I was sitting there and I was at the store the other day and I was like looking at stuff and I was like, "Ooh, you can buy this." And I was like, "No, why are you gonna buy this? Like, it's just gonna go in some random tote and you're not gonna even pay attention to it." Like,
Yeah.
I seriously, I know I've talked about this before on the podcast before, but like, I forget that I pre-order stuff. And I'll find it in the store and I'll buy it. And then, like a month, 2 months down the line,
They comes in.
another one shows up.
Oh
I've
my
done it so
god.
many times. Like Commander Baraka from Revenge of the Sith. I bought two of them and I didn't realize it. So I get an Amazon box and it's got two of them in there. And then I look at my account. I'm like, oh, I purchased two. And then I forgot to send it back. So now I just have one box. And then I
Yeah.
opened one up because I was like, F it,
Well, for that stuff,
So,
the pre-order is so long. Like from the release date, you know. Like some things pre-orders are just like a
yes.
month or so, but I've noticed with figures and helmets cuz when I pre-ordered my Bo-Katan helmet, that was like 9
Hmm.
months, I swear. Like a pre-order, then all of a sudden it
Yes.
comes in. I was like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah. Didn't I have to mail it to you?
Yeah, because it was supposed to come in right before we moved out here, but then we ended up moving a month
Yeah,
early, and so I came out here and yeah, you went and picked it up for me and
yeah,
sent it over here because it was too late because I could have redirected it to the GameStop out here, but it was already
yeah,
too late. They're like, it's already almost there, so I was like, all right,
yeah,
but yeah, you sent it to me.
yeah. I'm just like, man, what are the odds? I know it's so funny. Like we talk about like small worlds and stuff. My GameStop manager, I actually know his dad, and his dad actually used to date my kids' mom's sister.
Weird, small world.
So I remember, and like I remember going to his house when he was little, but not correlating two to get, putting two and two together. And then just like one day randomly we were talking about stuff and he was like, "Oh, you might know my dad." I'm like, "Who's your dad?" And he tells me, and I'm like, "Dude,"
I
I'm
know
like,
exactly who that is.
"I've known your dad forever." And he was like, "No way." And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like going on about a story. And it's just, "Oh yeah, that's our old house." And I was like, "What are the odds?" Like it's so crazy.
It's kind of cool how that happens, though.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Um, I didn't expect that we were gonna randomly talk about uh
Everything.
such random stuff. But my workouts have been going great. I've really enjoyed them. You seem to be progressing with the videos that you're showing
Oh
on
yeah.
Instagram. Your strength is definitely going up. Your form, I don't know if it's because you're compact midget or what, but your form is so good on deadlifts. Like your height and arm length to like leg length is perfect for deadlifting. Like
That's what everyone was
I'm
saying
like,
at the gym when I first started deadlifting. I was like, I don't know if I'm doing this right. One guy's like, dude, you're like killing it for like not knowing what you're
yeah,
doing. But it's like, I think it's just because you're so
yeah,
small.
yes. Like yeah, that's
Like
you're
I'm
just
just
like
built to deadlift.
yeah. There's this girl on Instagram that I randomly see sometimes. And she reminds me of you. She's got red hair and everything. I forget her name on there, but she's got tattoos. But she's like British and she does a lot of deadlifting and
Is
stuff.
she real
But
short?
she's also, yeah, she's
I
also
think I
really,
know her.
really short too.
Yeah.
Um, but I was just like, I was like,
Because I
it's the
think,
same thing with tall people when they go and squat. Like it's harder for them to squat, and
yeah.
it's just like it's it, my okay. So like Mikey's not that much taller than me, but my depth ratio versus his is completely
Well, I
different,
think he's got
and it's
longer
just the
legs
length of
compared to his torso, where you're
yeah,
like, I think a little
yeah,
bit more even,
torso than
if that makes
leg,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah, like,
Hmm.
yeah, I think he's got a little bit more legs, so it just takes him a little bit longer to get down there.
Hmm.
Where me, I'm just like, bloop, back up.
Literally,
It's good
literally.
being short.
You know, it has its advantages.
It does. It does.
So. But it's then the whole reason why I say this is because it's important to like lift to your strengths. I can't stand seeing people in the gym doing exercises that don't necessarily complement their motor functions of their body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I seen this kid the other day and like now that like I wear like these headphones that cancels everything out, I've been having a lot better of a workout too. Because when I had like my AirPods in, I could still hear like their dumb conversations. And it was just like the internal person in me
Distracting.
is just like, yes, and I'm just like, you're not doing it right. You're not doing it right. It's like, it's just like, I see this kid at the gym and he's doing these wrist curls with like 40 pounds.
Oof.
And I'm just like, Jesus, really? And then he just randomly came up to me. He's just like, what do you do for your forearms? And I was like, nothing. And he was like, you don't do any forearm exercises? And I was like, no, I just grab everything raw. I don't wear
Yeah.
no straps when I lift. And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah, no. I was like, I'll warm up like my forearms a little bit with just doing some little twists and stuff just to like pop the joints. I was like, but other than that, I don't do anything.
I think that's
And he
kind of the
was like,
younger guy thing too, because I've noticed a lot of younger guys in the gym do a lot of like forearm exercises and stuff. And I don't think it's till they get a little older that they realize like if you just grip everything, and because I mean I
yeah,
try to do that too because of my grip strength. Obviously like deadlifts and stuff, I do have to use straps, but like I have noticed like I can, like I was shoulder pressing. Somebody had the 30s, so my buddy I was working out with my buddy Adam. We're doing shoulders, so I was like, I'll just do 35s, just spot me, you know. But I noticed like I can actually hold them and grip them, you know. Or before like 35s would have been too heavy for my grip. But it's just from trying to
yeah,
not use straps as much for everything.
yeah. Like building up your smaller muscles and like your stabilizer muscles and everything like that definitely plays a huge benefit.
Oh yeah.
I noticed for myself, like whatever was wrong with like my left side, it all stemmed from the back. Like I had, I don't know how I did it, but I really had like weakened like my rear delt left rhomboid area. Now going to like Laurel and like taking time off and warming up, like it's strengthened itself up. Like 6 months ago, 8 months ago, when I was trying to like incline press or like uh do shoulders or something, like my left side felt compromised and it felt weak and like I couldn't like hold the dumbbell stable in my left arm without watching it slowly start to cave down. So I was like, I'm gonna hurt myself. Like, but I took time, I strengthened it, and now I feel great. You know, like everything
Yeah.
feels light. I did the 70s or 70, no, 70s for dumbbell press the other day, and that felt great. And then I think I worked my way up to like 210 on shoulder press, and that felt easy. So I was like,
Dang.
all right. I was like, you're back, you're back. Like, hell
It's a
yeah.
good feeling.
I go to the doctors. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the doctors in a month. I have an appointment scheduled to get my blood work done and see
Oh,
where
that's
I'm at
good.
and everything.
Yeah, I
She
need to get
says,
that done.
yeah,
I'm just curious.
I'm in my 40s now, so yeah, you better get it done. You got gray hair.
I know. Oh my gosh. Freaking out, man.
So I want to brainstorm. I like, I don't want to say that I want to go to Celebration. We are going to Celebration.
There you go.
So I've already started putting money away for it. Um, that
Yeah,
way,
because this is
once the
what
tickets go on
2027,
sale,
right? Yeah, 2027.
yeah. So
So we got
we have
time.
a whole year to
Yeah.
plan it. But I really want to just like when we go, I want to do the punk rock
Yes.
uh Jedi theme, and I want to go one day as punk rock Jedi. So we need to brainstorm our costumes and come up with it to cosplay. And then one day I'd like just to go casual and comfortable.
Yeah, for
But I want
sure.
to come up with like one more outfit. So I figured I could be Bespin Luke, and then I'll get a backpack and we'll just paint you green and you can be Yoda, and I'll carry you on my back and we can recreate the Dagobah scene.
How funny would that be, though?
Or I'll just give you one of my coats and you can be Grogu running around in it, and I'll be the
Yes.
Mandalorian.
Oh my gosh. That'd be
Uh,
funny.
but yeah, so we got to start brainstorming. If
Oh yeah.
anybody has any good ideas, leave them in the comment section below or message us on Instagram.
IG. I did
Yeah,
have
Mikey says
okay.
he likes to just
Huh?
Mikey says he likes to throw on our podcast when he's driving long distance and just listen to us talk about Star
Just
Wars.
rant.
He says I feel like I'm getting so much knowledge. And then it's so cute. My so my cousin messages me and it's so funny. She's like cuz my cousin's son has become obsessed with Star Wars. Like to the point where like that's all he talks about and he's obsessing over it. So she messages me today. Let me read this to you real quick. She's like, Izzy will not leave me alone about Star Wars stuff. This literally came out of nowhere. His best friend is into Star Wars. But now on to the other themes. And all of a sudden, Izzy is all about it. No more Marvel, no more Spider-Man. And keep in mind, when I first met my little nephew, he was in a Spider-Man costume. That's all he wore
Oh my gosh, that's so
all
cute.
the time, web slinging.
Yeah.
She says, don't heart this. He's driving me crazy.
Just say, hey, he's going to turn out to be a really cool person.
Yeah. And then she says, he needs to be your child. I said, well, whatever questions he has, he can always hit me up because I gave him my phone number. She said, the questions don't stop.
That's so cute, though.
Oh, but I was laughing so hard because he was, and it was just like, it was so funny to just like, I don't know if I talked about it last week, but it was
Hmm.
so funny just to see like his mind, like, what? Like he was like
Making the
talking to Angelina.
connections and.
hmm And it's like, so Angelina was in the room with him and they were like playing with the Legos and stuff. He was talking about Darth Maul, and Angelina's like, well, Darth Maul has a brother. And he goes, what? And she's like, yeah, Savage Opress. What? And like, then she shows him little clips of the Clone Wars, and he like runs out in the like living room. He's just like, oh, the Clone Wars cuts in. And I said, do I? What do you want to know? And he was
Let me
just
tell
like,
you.
Darth Maul has a brother. And I was like, yeah, Savage Opress. I was like, Mother Townsend. And I'm just like going on this rant. And he's just like, you can see like the little like the motor functions in his brain, just like I'm being blown away. And it was just like
Yeah.
every question he had, I had an answer to. And he was just like, and I was like, damn, I was like, I do know a lot about Star Wars.
I do.
It's like, yeah.
Freaking nerd.
What would you have written down?
Oh, I put, since we don't do Star Wars conversations anymore. I mean, we can still call it Star Wars conversation, but I just had a couple of questions that we can start
Okay.
adding at the end. I was gonna try to look. I
All
actually
right.
remember to look some up.
Nice.
So
Do you want to do it?
yeah, if you're ready, because I know you have to go to the gym. You're
Yep.
probably
Yeah.
buzzing.
Yeah. I mean, could you tell by the amount of words that I'm talking about? I keep going because I got so much
Too fast.
saliva.
Oh my god! So I only have two, but I think that'll be fine. Unless
Okay.
wait, yeah, those are stupid. Okay, out of I guess we can add sequels into it, but out of all the trilogies, originals, prequels, and I guess sequels, what, which ones do you think have the best lightsaber battles, in your opinion?
The Clone Wars animated show has the best lightsaber battles.
You think so?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for the movies, I would have to say the sequels. I mean the prequels. I'm
I was about to
sorry.
say what?
I'm
Okay.
dyslexic.
I'm gonna
You
say
know
I
I'm
don't know, man.
dyslexic. Um,
The prequels did. They did a very, very good job.
yeah,
I'd have to rewatch the
yeah.
Clone Wars to remember all of the lightsaber battles.
I just go to season 7 where Darth Maul and Ahsoka fight
Oh, that's a good
and
one.
watch
Yes, yeah.
that
I
lightsaber
do
battle.
remember that
Yeah.
one.
The fact that they had Ray Park
I know.
in a Motu cap and then the girl in a Motu cap, you know what I mean? Like the choreography was great.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I agree.
The
That one was a good one.
it's the sequels the sequels are very hard to it's I if you made a show, an animated show about Ray, or if you made a comic book or a book or something where you could read and you could see how she practiced, maybe it could be a little bit more believable on how well she did the things. But the fact of the matter is, like, you force healed Kylo Ren without having any Jedi training or
Mm-hmm.
anything like that. And like, because even some people try to argue the fact, like with Luke, and it's just like, oh, like in this movie, he barely can use a lightsaber. And in this movie, he gets a little bit of training. And then in this movie, he's really good. But you have to stop and think, like, between the original trilogy, years went by
Yeah.
between the two movies. The sequels, it was a matter of days, maybe months between 7 and 8, and then 8 to 9. So it's just
Really?
like, where can you do? Yeah,
I
where
didn't
can you
realize it was that
develop the
short.
training? Yeah, like I've always, I mean, don't quote me, but I'm just saying, like, I've always considered, and I think I've even said it on the podcast before, that episode 7 and episode 8 just seems like a continuation of episode
Yes,
7. Like
yeah, that's true.
it doesn't feel like a standalone film.
Hmm.
It doesn't feel like a sequel to The Force Awakens because it literally just goes straight in, as opposed to like A New Hope to Empire Strikes Back. Like, a few years have passed. The rebels have become more organized, and Luke's had a little bit more training, and this has happened. And then you go Empire Strikes Back to Return of the Jedi. The whole Shadows of the Empire happened, and a couple of years have gone by. Which, if you haven't read that book, you should read that book. It's really good. Um,
I don't know if I have.
so you have time to develop the characters. Um, so it's just hard to believe my tangent. It's hard to believe that she was a good lightsaber duel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or
And
just
honestly,
like
those duels
them,
weren't even that great. Like they're kind of very like
yeah,
I don't know if
struck.
they were trying
Like,
to make it
yeah,
seem like she wasn't that good. Like she was good, but she wasn't because it just I don't know. It just didn't flow. I guess.
yeah, definitely.
Uh,
What's your next question?
the next one is, if you had to replace one main character with Jar Jar Binks, who would it be? I have mine. I would replace, only because it'd be hilarious, I would replace Anakin Skywalker with Jar Jar Binks, and then he'd be the Sith that he was always meant to be. Imagine him and Padme.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not even horrible. Oh man, it's so funny too. At work, I was talking about stuff at work, and one of my accountants, he was it's like, yeah, my daughter loves Star Wars, and it got her the Dark Millennium Falcon. I was like, oh, cool. Did you guys watch Rebuild the Galaxy? And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, that's what that's based off of. And he was like, dude, he's like, my mind's freaking blowing. He's like, I'm gonna go home tonight and tell her, and we're gonna watch it. And I was like, you should. I was like, it was pretty
I
cool.
think they're coming out with a part two
Um,
or something, right?
they are, they are, they
Yeah,
are.
I'm
They're
excited
already
for that.
starting to drop the Lego sets for it.
That's
Um,
cool.
man, who would I change? Jar Jar. I would replace him to be the clone genetic that they use instead of Jango Fett.
So all the clones would be basically Jar Jar Binks, but in the outfits. Oh, that would be funny.
They're hilarious.
Just an army of them.
Just a bunch of fumbles. Yeah,
Good old
that'd
Jar
be real
Jar.
funny. What was your other question that you thought wasn't good?
The other one, because I found them online. Because I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Well, I guess it wasn't good, but we've discussed it. Who's the most powerful Force user of all time, legend, canon considered? But I think we've already answered that before.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Like, comment, subscribe.
All that jazz.
Be on the lookout for new stuff happening, possibly dropping.
Yeah, I just don't know when. I gotta fix some things.
Mm, it's all right. It's all right. It
I know.
happens.
Right?
Trial and error. Trial and error. Trial and
You'll
error.
get the first products, though.
Cool. Cool. I'm should I hint towards?
I'm slowly hinting towards things.
Hmm. Well, I'm a double XL.
Almost broke that. Oh, I
I'll
had it
just
written
leave it
down.
at that.
I said Manny's a double XL.
Yeah. We'll leave it at that. Um, like, comment, subscribe. I think I just repeated myself, but the pre-workout's kicking in,
Must say
and
your
the
butt's so
beta
powerful.
alanine is making me itchy.
Itchy, bruh.
Yeah, plus I'm getting a ton of text messages from work. I'm like, I have to go to work tomorrow. I'm like, can I get one day? I just need
Just
24
leave me
hours to
alone.
regroup. Please revert to other managers that may be on property. Um, until next week, third time's the charm. Like, comment, subscribe. And as always, you can find us on social media at,
Mariah Love Fit on the gram.
and I'm the 530 Gorilla. I think I am going to start a second
You
one on
should just do
Instagram
it.
just towards collecting. F it. I'm doing it
Just do it.
tonight.
Just do
All
it.
right. Until next time. Peace.
Peace out, Girl
May
Scout.
the may the force be with you.
Always. Bye.